What's going on, guys? I got my camera on me today because I'm going to pick up a 70 Camaro stock car. It hasn't been on the track for about 15-20 years, the guy thinks, and it's kind of a total pile, but it's a 70 Camaro and it's got a roll cage and I got it for very cheap. So, you know, to me that's a score. And it's got a tranny in it and a Ford 9-inch, so it's got the right goods and it's all there. I'm actually gonna looked into tin already. New quarters like 70 bucks Canadian, so that's pretty solid. So I'm gonna reskin this thing and throw the 327 out of my Willys wagon in there, and we'll have a little toy for the yard and make a track for it and whatever. So today we're heading out in this thing to go pick it up. Ain't got no winch on it, but buddy says he's got a tractor to load it, so well, let's hope so. Otherwise we're in for a heck of a day. Perfect. I've never actually been in one of these things. Never sat in one.
Get in there.
Get in there, Josh. Looks good on you. It'll Brock.
Yeah, I got the right last name. Got the right shirt. I think you're probably supposed to fix the hazard it.
Oh yeah.
First. Oh, interesting little.
Yeah. Pretty awesome, man.
It is cool. A little claustrophobic. I couldn't imagine rolling one of these things over and.
Well, you know what? You get used to it. You see the freaking guys fly with these things.
I know.
Grand Forks Speedway, remember?
Yeah. All right, so I got the Camaro offloaded here and gave it a good go through and spray painted the wheels silver. Nothing screams you bought a piece of junk like some fresh spray painted wheels. It's kind of rough, but it's got a lot of good going for it too. I mean, the cage was done well, and you know, the chassis isn't too rotten. And in I don't know, I mean, that's kind of it, I guess. It's got a tranny in it, but he says was rebuilt, but well, I guess that's 20 years ago, so it's probably shot. And the rear diff C's, so you're gonna have to swap that out. My buddy's got one kicking around, so we'll throw that in. We got some auto body tech obviously on that firewall. Really excellent job. I ordered new door skins and quarters. I think it was like, pretty sure 70 bucks a piece for, you know, quarters, door skins, both sides, and so that'll make it look like a new car. This front clip's not too bad. Don't know if I'm gonna go wide body or what, but I think I'm gonna go Budweiser red and white, maybe with some gold wheels, you know, keep it very 70s. But the I like the back end, you know, the round tail lights, a small window. It's nice. It's got a fuel cell. Again, this thing was all ready for race. Oh, there we go. It's not terrible shape. Most of this thing was cut up with a torch, as you can see, or the other culprit, which is these snippers. Found them in there. Probably take them back. They're Princess Auto. The interior is in excellent shape. I mean, no. But I've got some gauges and some other miscellaneous parts for this thing, including a 327 sitting in there in my Willys wagon, but we'll get to that. So anyways, stay tuned. Hopefully get the parts in next week, that metal work, and pull that motor out. And then we've actually got to make a track too, because I mean, this track was set up for our Subaru Impreza, which is fine. It'll just, you know, I'll make a couple changes. I want to make a little off-road trophy truck-esque Camaro. Kind of what I'm gonna go for. Trophy car, I guess. I don't know, certainly won't get me a trophy wife. Not with that jack stand. Okay, so I picked up the new diff today, so we're gonna drag this thing to the shop and start getting on some mechanical work on it and body next. But first things first, get that diff in, because right now it's a pain to move. So right now we're gonna see how it goes getting in there. I'm gonna put wheels on the front with air, and on the back I'm just gonna chain it up from the back, and hopefully we can walk it in there, get around the corner to the shop. It's gonna be a tight one, so let's see how it goes. So as you can see, we were able to get it in here. I didn't damage anything, which is impressive, because some of the spots are pretty tight and this thing was all over the place. But got it in here, pulled the seat out, pulled the doors off, and pull some other stuff off, but just see what I'm working with here. And it really is quite rough. It's really crudely done, which I had a feeling of, but whatever, doesn't matter. It's a stock car. I mean, it'll probably, honestly, I plan to roll this thing over anyways. I really want to just run it right into the ground. But I want to throw, I got the quarters in. So I've got these quarters, I want to throw one on at least. Like I said, this car is done so crudely, so I'm going to join the club and do them crudely myself as well, so that I can just get out ahead. But I've got a diff for this thing too, which I mentioned. It's sitting right in here. So that's the biggest step too, because that diff currently in it is locked up. So diff, a little bit of body work, wiring will take me 20 minutes. Drop the small block in. I've got two small blocks actually, and I just don't know what I want to do, because I've got a Corvette motor sitting in my Willys wagon, which hasn't run in a while, and I hate leaving stuff sit. So if we can throw that in here and make it run, well, I'm like, oh, it's run lately, you know. And anyways, the other small block I got, it's a good little mill. It's nothing fancy, but I haven't determined yet. And this thing's an auto tranny. I would love to do a standard. It's got the clutch pedal, but more work is more work, and I want to play And it's got this roll cage, and I want to utilize this cage. Honestly, I really want to fucking wreck this thing. Eventually, you know, do something nasty with it. It's gonna be, I want to be hitting jumps, doing stuff I shouldn't do. I want to do it. You know, just because it's not made for it doesn't mean you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, first things first, I think, is get this quarter cleaned up and just plop it on there. And I got the door skin, real cheap stuff. I think it was under $100 for each one of those panels, so can't go wrong.